This is the time of year that Ben, I'm going to talk in third person today. Or is that first person? I think it's first person.
First person,
anyways,
yeah.
Yeah, I failed grammar, apparently. Loves the most. I like direct sowing my summer garden vegetables right here on the Backyard Gardens podcast.
To have a good harvest, one must plant good seeds and must also use the right kind of fertilizer. The carrots have grown large and firm. How good they will taste.
Welcome to the Backyard Gardens podcast, where we talk about all things gardening and give the information out for you to be successful in your garden, whether it's your first or your last. We are your hosts, Ben, the backyard gardener, and
Batavia, the front yard gardener.
one in the country,
One in the city.
Now get ready as we dig deep into this wonderful world of gardening, as we learn to grow and grow for change. I hate myself and my grammar. I really do, but that's okay.
I don't mind it at all talking.
Yeah.
And that probably should have been speaking, but writing is a whole different conversation. So
Yeah. My mind works faster than my mouth, so it is what it is. But we're going to direct sow our summer seeds roughly right now. So you should be flirting with a mid to upper 40s to 50 degree nights about now. And if not, don't worry. If you're a little above that, you got time. You can still go put these things out. Mm-hmm. So
I'm going to say this before I forget.
Oh, gosh.
If you have great luck with heat-tolerant lettuce, don't forget it. Do it now.
Mine is about to go out now. Yeah. I have my
heat tolerant.
Yes.
Heat tolerant. Okay.
Yes.
Right.
I have heat tolerant lettuce that my dear sweet podcast co-host sent me this year. Mm-hmm. And I am...
So my point was, if you've had good luck with it, I've had good luck with it. If you'd like to know how I had good
luck with it. I was going to say that I'm thankful for, but I got cut off by a bell.
Oh. Yeah. Damn. Okay. You're welcome.
You ruined your kudos.
I know.
It's your own damn fault.
I can still feel it, though, from your heart.
Okay, good. Yeah. So why would you not have good luck with it, first of all?
I think it's exactly where you are, right? So in your zone, you're not going to plant lettuce at the middle or end of middle or end or of May, right? Because that lettuce is going to be coming up in June and July, and it's too hot for you. But I've had good luck based on some things I've done. I've grown lettuce in June and July.
Okay.
So anyway, we're really talking about direct sowing summer vegetables. I just wanted to put that out
there.
We are,
but no, don't go by that, because I like to eat salad in the summertime, and it pisses me off that it bolts and I can't eat a fresh salad. So don't overshadow that at all. That's fine. And so what are we direct sowing? We're direct sowing cucumbers, zucchini. Mm-hmm. Give us another one.
Other squash. Let's just put general squash.
Okay.
You can do beans now. Beans are good for your heart. The more you eat, the more you fart. The more you fart, the better you feel. So eat your beans daily. Those beans? Yeah, those beans and green beans. Yeah, I reject that, but okay, let's keep on moving.
And what else? I'm trying to think off the top of my head.
Again, so we've talked about there's no chance of freezing, right? We're past that. You could direct sow okra. Yeah,
direct sowing okra. And if you haven't listened to our interview we had with the okra lady, we were talking, and I have actually she direct sows hers. Mm-hmm. And I have done both, where I have direct sowed and I have pre-sowed in the house, and the direct sowed grew faster. 2 out of 4 times. So yeah. But I don't know much about that, but you can still go ahead. I was gonna say you can still get another row of carrots in, maybe, if you're not too hot, you could still squeeze a row in. So, do that.
I think for me, I should be direct sowing. This is probably the latest I should be direct sowing winter squash even.
Yeah, winter squashes. I mean, so a lot of these vegetables are not fans of being replanted. They like to be direct sowed. That being said, and First of all, how dare us forget about the melons? I mean, my God, that was one of my favorites.
How many
melons.
minutes are we into this episode?
We're
Shame
4
on us.
minutes in. I mean, shit. We're ruined. This is it. Thanks for listening to the last episode of the Backyard Gardens podcast, everybody. Have a good night. No, seriously. So, but you can see a lot of these plants in the stores available to purchase. Now, I want you to notice one thing about them when you go in, and it would be good for everybody to see you and I both to go double check what I'm about to say. Usually they come into one of those peat pot plant, peat moss
I know what you're talking
planters
about.
because they don't like to have their roots disturbed.
That's not been my experience, but that is a reason why they would. I've seen
I've
watermelon
typically seen them like
starters in the regular seed sale starters.
And watermelons might not be one that don't like to be disturbed. I think the big thing with some like squashes and stuff though is they grow too fast.
Yeah.
You know, which is amazing because I mean, literally, I'll put a zucchini seed in, and 2 days later, I'll have a damn true leaves. It's amazing. It's like the most stunning thing ever. It's like, can you be even more eager to grow so the squash vine flowers can eat you? Or, I mean, what is the problem?
I just had a moment where, you know how I can't think a thing and I almost always have to say it. So I had a moment where I said, pull back Batavia, because the excitement that I just experienced in my brain when I started picturing the stores and the plants and the veggies and the flowers and all, like almost an out-of-body experience.
It is.
All right. So succession planting for your direct sowing?
Yep. You can be succession planting now. So this would be roughly your first crop of these. You could still and this is where the heat tolerant lettuce would be a good one.
Yeah.
You could get anything heat tolerant now, depending on where you are, I would say would be good for your final succession.
Yeah. I think, is it chard? I say chard. Either way, that vegetable, I've had really good luck growing it all summer long. So you can direct sow that. Yeah. Well, give it a try. Let's see what they have to say and do.
Damn it, I will.
Not you.
No, I'm going to do it too. I'm going to try it again.
Right,
why not? I'll live on the edge.
Go ahead.
I'll put it in the greenhouse, see if I can't have steamed chard.
Ford giant hook. It's one of those two words or both.
It's Ford hook, I've heard.
Yeah. So that one for me in zone 6A, stop it. I have been able to consistently grow that all summer long, and it's milder than other chard or shard. So it's a good sub if you're not able to get lettuce in and out before it bolts.
So on the Backyard Gardens podcast, we just call it chard. And in Backyard Gardens TV world, we just call it chard. So we'll just call it chard because that's what I call it.
I kind of like saying both ways, though.
Shard. No, it makes me feel like it's going to hurt me.
That can't be right, though.
Can't be.
Yeah,
There's no possible way.
Yeah, we reject shard.
We damn sure enough do. But and so what we're going to be succession planting this summer, I'm going to go ahead and call it. We're going to be succession planting our green beans. We can succession plant our zucchinis and squashes, not our winter squashes, okay?
Yeah, that's right.
Our cucumbers
that's a really
as well.
important distinction too. So I planted my winter squash quickly around mid-June last year, and I ran out of time. I had a lot of unripe fruit on the vine. So I'm a month earlier at this point based on when this airs. So that's, about right. Maybe my last real attempt to direct sow those. For me, any kind of the squash, I actually accidentally direct or succession planted that because once squash gets going, it could put on a lot of fruit, if you will, a lot of veggies, right? So you don't want all of that coming in at the same time. So it's an excellent veggie. Let me ask you, do you feel like a plant that's direct sowed is going to be a stronger plant than something you start indoors?
Yes.
Agreed.
Yes, I do. No doubt in my mind. There's no doubt. So it's just all around better.
Yeah.
So those are, all the things we want to succession sow for that exact reason. And, we do it. I do it for two reasons. I do it, one, so I don't get a huge bumper crop all at once. And two, I do it in case something happens, especially to like my zucchini and stuff. Because the squash vine borers, I will not give up on you, zucchini. I will not give up on you. You are in my heart forever, and I love you dearly, and I will not give up on you, my friend. We will grow and we will fight this battle together. Me and you holding hands in the garden. We will do this.
I want to laugh, but I really want to cry too. Like, it's so sweet. You're just being such a goof now.
That's true, though.
That's how I accidentally succession sow. Like, it was because plants were getting just hammered by the squash vine borers.
But that's exactly the point of it, because it's like when that one's gone, you're good. Who cares? Get it out of here.
Yeah,
you know what
exactly.
I mean?
That's a plant that I have no issue pulling squash. And it's actually so satisfying to see. Like you said, you basically put the seed in the ground, go and get a fresh cup of coffee. You come back and it's like, wait a minute, is that? Yeah. I mean, it's not that quick, but.
It basically is. I mean, seriously, I don't know. It's amazing. You know, so we don't want a succession plant melons. We don't want to do anything like that. It's, it's not even time to put your sweet potatoes in quite yet. Let's talk about it next week on the next Minisode.
All right, if you insist.
I insist.
And we don't want to succession plant melons because generally you don't have enough time in your season, right, for that to run its course. It's not going to be hot enough for most of you all, including us.
And they typically don't have like crippling issues. Typically. So, and one plant can produce multiple melons based on how you take care of them.
Yeah.
You can cause them to bloom more, you can cause them to bloom less. There's a lot of different tricks and stuff like that. So, and I don't know if I said cucumbers. I know I thought it, but I don't know if I verbalized it. Those you do want a succession plant this year as well.
Yeah, I think I opened up with cucumbers.
Yeah, but I'm talking, that was for direct sowing, not for succession planting. So we're kind of dovetailing a little bit into it, but basically the reason why I'm telling you this is because I'm saying leave room. Yeah.
Excellent point.
Leave room.
I'm just, because the bell feels like it's getting louder and louder. So it's just as important as a real loud bell. So anyway, cucumbers are really good for succession sowing too, because sometimes they have issues keeping healthy.
Yes.
Right? So get some of those cucumbers off that first plant that you planted. And then guess what? If it peters out, you got another plant. You're looking at me like I need to squeeze this in, so I'm going to squeeze it in. There may not be anything that's as satisfying as seeing plants germinate outdoors. It's satisfying seeing them when they're in my grow room and they're germinating, but seeing something break through the earth, a garden bed, a pot, I mean, I had to wait until the end of this episode because I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to contain myself.
You can do it. You can do it because I agree with you completely. Actually, there is one thing more satisfying. It's that moment when you have everything put out or you're putting everything out. Like at this point, my spring garden's basically done. So I'm switching everything out and I have gaping holes and then I stick a seed in the ground and all of a sudden that shit's filled up, boy. Yeah. And I'm like, that's right. Yeah. Papa Bear's back, son. I'm here. Yeah. Y'all watch out. I'm about to grow, y'all. And I'm talking to my garden. I'm not talking to everybody else on that one. Here's a little bit of fish seaweed. Here's a little bit of fertilizer. Here's a little bit of compost. Let's do this. It's like a block party. You know what I'm saying? So
with aloe vera, I may love that.
Yeah.
A block party with your vegetables.
That's
oh
right.
My gosh.
So real
quick, one more real quick thing. If you're new to this podcast and you've been listening to these previous episodes, I need to prepare you for the version of Batavia you're going to get as we move forward. Just be prepared. That's all I'm saying.
It gets sour.
What?
I'm just...
The level of corny, the level of emotion, the level of excitement, it just gets amped up.
Yep. It's a roller coaster.
Yeah.
It's a roller coaster. The year with you in the garden is a roller coaster. I will say that.
If you're listening to January episodes, you're like, oh, wait, did they get a new co-host? Wait, what happened? The same girl.
Go back to November.
Now you're just being nasty.
So everybody, at this point, go out, get you a pack of seeds, find your favorite seed dealer, order a seed, go and get at your local place, go support them, get you a couple seeds, stick them in the ground, follow the directions on the package. That is always a good way to do it. Mm-hmm. And if not, you won't have anything. But tag us, #BYG podcast. I want to see your gardens, damn it. And we want to see everybody because we truly, truly do learn a lot from watching you, and your designs are fascinating, just so you know.
I know.
Like, our listeners have some like pretty cool stuff going on in their garden. So
the only thing I don't like is I'm so far into the season now, it's like, damn it, I can't copy that. So just know if you see it next year, it's because of you and you.
Yeah. And everybody, until next time,
see ya.
Thanks for hanging out with us today. If you want to see what we're up to or just stay up to date on all the announcements regarding the show or anything gardening, then you can follow us on Instagram at Backyard Gardens TV.
We love seeing what you guys are doing, so use hashtag BYG Podcast in your posts, and we'll be sharing your gardens with the Backyard Gardens community.
And check us out on YouTube at Backyard Gardens, where we will post this show, all of our other shows, clips, and then also some gardening tips and just gardening entertainment. And you can see us at our website at backyardgardenstv.com. But that's it for today's show. So help us as we learn to grow and grow for change. And until next time, we'll catch you guys later. We'll call this one a wrap.
Now you know why people feel like celebrating at harvest time.
All over the world, people have feasting and good times when the crops have been gathered in.